Groups can be set up in Canvas to make it easier to assign group work, as well as to provide students with a workspace. First, we'll look at how to create a group. Click on People, and then the Groups tab. First, you'll need to create a group set. Click on +sign Group Set, and give your set a name. I suggest using a name like ENG 101 Group Paper. The reason for this is once you make the groups, they need to have somewhat of a unique name, or else students with multiple groups in multiple courses won't be able to tell what's what. You can allow self-sign-up if you'd like, but what I don't like about this option is that students can move from group to group during the course. Instead, I suggest using either the automatic assignments or manual assignments. If you'd like Canvas to automatically assign groups, use this button to split students into however many groups you want. Today I'm going to select manually so that I can show you how it works. Now you can see I have a Group Set tab called English 101 Group Paper, but there are no groups. A set is really a set of groups. One thing to keep in mind with group sets is that each student can only belong to one group within a set. So if you're going to have different groups for different assignments, you want to make a new set for each assignment. To make a group, just click on the +sign Group and give it a name. I usually just use the same name that I used for the set, and then add a 1. And then you would want to repeat that for however many groups you'll have. Once you have your groups created, you can click and drag on students to add them to groups. Now that we have groups created and students in the groups, let's take a look at the group space students can use. Students will be able to access their space from this Groups button in the Global Navigation menu, and you will be able to access each group space by clicking on the Options wheel and using Visit Group Homepage. As you can see, their space looks a lot like a course. They can make announcements for each other, make content pages, hold discussions, share files, use conferences, and collaborations. The conferences part is really useful for groups in online classes or even face-to-face classes where a group member may have to commute from off campus. Students in a group can start their own web conference without the professor even needing to do anything. Please watch the video about conferences to see how that will work. And if your students need any help with this, please send them my way. Now let's go back to the course so I can show you how to assign a group assignment. Click on the assignment, and then click on Edit. And this is where we're finally going to use that This is a Group Assignment option. You can choose to assign grades individually per student, or if you leave this unchecked, each group member will get the same grade. Select the group set, and then the assignment goes to each group, and only one person per group needs to submit the assignment. Another thing you can do down here on the Assign To box is we can say that Group 1 needs to have it due by March 17th. Add another box. Group 2 needs to have it due by March 31st. And then Group 3 needs to have it due April 7th. And after you have those due dates set up for the groups, and you could also have it still due to everybody at the same date. I just wanted to show you how that would work if different groups had different due dates. You'd be ready to save or save and publish. Please watch our other videos, and if you're watching a playlist, make sure to finish the playlist. Also view our training course at my.wilson.edu/canvas.